And then she said she wanted $100 from each of us.
Yeah,
$100 US. I'm speaking US dollars.
That's what the lady said at the baggage place. The guy, how much did we get the guys?
I think we gave him like
20.
I think I gave him $60.
Oh, you give him 60. Okay, I didn't give him.
Yeah,
any money.
you already knew what was going on. I didn't know. What up, guys? What up, guys? Welcome back to Red Vision channel. This is episode number 4. Like I said, you guys are always asking me, who is Joel, your business partner? You're always talking about. Here we go. This is Joel. We both are CEOs of Red Vision.
Welcome to episode number 4. 30 days in Liberia.
Let's get it, man. Like you all know, I mentioned earlier in episode number 1 when we left from America to Liberia, documenting the journey. Today, like I promised, we're going to talk about the airport experience. And this is for those of you who are first-time goers to Liberia and also those who are returning, or maybe you haven't been back in a few years, 4 or 5 years. We are going to talk about our experience and also what to expect if you are planning your trip to Liberia.
I kinda like you.
All right, welcome back, guys. So let's talk about it. I think for me, though, you've been back before.
Yeah, it was my second time in Liberia.
Second time. I mean, for me, it's my first time back. So the airport experience a little weird for me because, of course, I travel here in the U.S. I'm used to certain things, but for you, you've been back so many times. So, I mean, let's tell the people from your experience, what has it been smooth going to Liberia as far as airport experience compared to this time?
Compared to this time, it's normally smooth going into Liberia. It's just this time with COVID, there was a lot going on. So, and we're going to talk about that.
As exciting as you may be, especially if it's your first time, having gone back in so many years, it's a little daunting walking in. What did we see walking in right away?
Chaos. Pure chaos.
Chaos. It was chaos. You have to go through a COVID line, but the COVID line, they had like how many kiosks did they have? Like
2. They had 4, but only 2 of them was working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice that.
Because it was only, remember, it was just towards the end of the probably the other side of the building. There was only 2 of them that was working because there was 2 lines. It was really supposed to be 2 lines, but you know, our people made it about 6, 7 lines. So
this was going to happen to you, especially if you're traveling now. You are going to go through COVID.
So you walk in, someone will approach you, and they'll let you know. They'll ask you, have you fill out the proper documents? You know, and we don't know what documents because no one really. I mean, maybe it's not us doing our due diligence, but no one really told us about it. And then they tell you, oh, you can download the app, but
right,
you know,
like,
there's no. There's no Wi-Fi. Your phone doesn't work.
Right, especially if you're just landing.
And you're just landing.
So don't we have to like use it? You have Wi-Fi because you have.
Yeah, I
see, so that's the thing we're talking about, right?
Earlier.
Exactly. So I mentioned this in episode number 1. If you're going to Liberia, if you have certain mobile network.
Yeah, if you're with T-Mobile, you can get on there. You can do text and you get certain amount of megabytes on
anywhere you go.
Yeah, anywhere you go, West Africa, pretty much.
Did it ask for COVID test that we took from here?
No, because you have to take a COVID test when you get to Liberia. So they don't ask you for a COVID test. So you get there, you fill out the document online.
Damn, why am I forgetting?
Right? Once you fill out the document online, you go to another person where you pay the guy $75. And once you pay the guy $75, another lady gives you a receipt.
Right.
With that receipt, you go back into the back room where they give you a COVID test.
So we got a test before leaving the airport. Yeah, I remember now. Because I remember we took the test and nothing happened. Like we didn't get no.
Yeah, you didn't get
no results.
Because the information they ask you for first is your phone number. But if you have an American number,
right. How they gonna call
they're
you?
not gonna call
they're
you.
They're gonna call you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, they're not gonna call you on WhatsApp. So you need to have a Liberian number.
So I guess the value for you guys, as far as information to know, is when you get there, expect to spend about, if because we're talking about it, we went through another route. If
Yeah.
we didn't go through that route, like you expect to spend like
I'll say 3 hours.
yeah, 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours
About
in
3
the
hours,
airport.
yeah.
Imagine flying like 8 hours from Paris or wherever, Brussels or what Belgian people go through.
Yeah.
Getting to Liberia and spending between like up to 3 hours at the airport for COVID testing, because there are a few kiosks. You have to go and fill in your information in the thing, go pay. Everything was such a hustle, bro.
It was
Like to go and pay, the line was just crazy.
And then
Remember the lady who were paying? Were you
Yeah.
standing by me? And then she was arguing. She left.
Yeah.
Somebody did something to her. She
Oh,
left.
she left
your
the-
post.
yeah,
Right,
her
right,
post
right.
To
And
go on the
then
other
go
side of the
argue.
building to argue with someone, and then that add time on there as well.
The lady left. Were paying. She's collecting the money and giving people receipt. And somebody's arguing all the way in the back of the hall. She left. All of us standing in line, and then she argued for like 10 minutes. We have to stand and wait. Now, like I said, guys, so we're giving you information to know. We of course, things have been better in Liberia. We're trying to promote the country, promote everything. Everything is better now as far as from long time ago, from how the airport looked like and things like that. However, though, these are things that happen, so we don't want to just give you guys all sugarcoating things, and we want to give you real expectations. So when you go, these are the things that you will go through. So I guess just to put it in structure for you guys, when you get there, expect to spend a long time, like up to 3 hours. However, though, to give you guys some value, there's an app.
Yep. So the app is LIB Travel. You can download that application, have your documents fill out and ready. Download that app before fill out the information. If you have a family member with a Liberian number, put that number in there.
Right.
And just have that ready. Right when you get into the airport, if COVID is still going on, if you travel, have that ready. It'll make your process a little easier.
So do that, and that will save you time. Okay, so but I mean, if they download the app and fill it up, though, when you get through the line, like how can they move faster? You still gotta.
Well,
you don't have to.
You won't need to go to the
Right, you don't have
kiosk.
to-
You can
oh,
go
yeah,
directly and pay
yeah.
for your COVID test, and then get your receipt, and then go take your test. So
So that'll save you time. So download the app, fill in your information. So when you get there, then I think the thing that took the most time was the filling out the form, because each person had to go to the kiosk, spend 20 minutes. Imagine, and there's like maybe 20 people in front of you. That's a long time. So when you fill out the thing on the app, you just go directly to the bank. They call it a bank.
Yeah, that's what they call it, the bank.
So you see up there it says bank. You just ask for the bank, go directly to the bank, and pay your $75 cash. And then from the bank you gotta go and show the receipt.
No, from the bank there'll be a lady right in front of the bank. She'll give you a receipt.
After you pay.
Yeah, you have to give her all your information. She'll give you a receipt, and then you take the receipt to the
COVID place. Yeah.
So
And then the COVID thing, the COVID testing is, did we stay long there?
no, that was
nice.
actually quick.
It's like
it was different.
it's different. Let's just put it was different.
It was
Because
different,
I mean, you know how the thing will go. If most of you are taking COVID test already, if you know how it goes all the way back there. The guy,
It's
just,
really just the tip of your nose.
But nobody remember rubbing on top of my nose.
Yeah. The tip of your
You
nose.
just rub it on top of my nose.
Yeah, but they're trying. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that they have to do. So.
Yeah. And it's a big change for everybody. I mean, they have to
Yeah.
cope with it. So I mean, they're doing good as far as the process. Especially when they built the airport, that portion, COVID wasn't around, so it wasn't like they weren't planning for COVID. So everybody's struggling with it. So when you go in there, just expect and be patient. So here's another advice: just be patient. Especially if you're a first-time returnee, because we have a lot of people who the thing is already in chaos, but people are just causing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then slowing things down because the other person is arguing, the other guy is getting upset, and now the people have to shift their focus on maybe de-escalating things instead of helping people. So advise you when you get there, this is what's going to happen. If you fill out your form, you will save some time, but you still have to stay in line to pay your money, and you still have to wait for your receipt and go and take your test. So expect to spend, after filling out the app, expect to spend maybe an hour to an hour and a half there instead of the 3 hours. That saves you time. But just be patient, go through the motion, and to get out of there, people are trying everywhere to get everything done. Most of you, I think, just by looking at the comments and things, at least half of you guys have not been back to Liberia for a long time, so this going to be like a first time returning for you. So just that experience, just know that it's going to be a little different as far as the experience that you have to where you currently live abroad. But it's better. It's better than the airport when I left.
Yeah.
Like 17 years ago, it was like this little kitchen at Woodland Market looking airport.
When I went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way better.
It's way better.
It's a much better airport.
Another thing to expect again, people are going to try to test you.
Yep. Definitely.
Especially if you haven't been back. We're trying to give you guys this information here. We watch this, you already know you're already on game. They're going to try to test you. As much as we love our country, as much as we promote, there are still some things that need to be fixed.
Yeah.
That is, people at the airport trying to dupe you out of your money.
Definitely.
Like, it's going to happen almost every step you go in that airport. I don't know if you remember this. We're leaving, after we went to the COVID, we're leaving, going out. The lady told me there's something in my bag that she didn't have to open.
Okay, yeah.
And then you came here like,
yeah,
what?
And I told her no. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
We went to, look, you land in the country. You're about to depart from the airport. You're going outside, for your family
bags
people.
has already been checked.
I mean, you already came on the plane. You're going home.
You're going
The
home.
lady stopped me and said, "Oh, something is in my bag."
Yeah, and she wanted to go through it and this and that. So I told
gotta
her
open
no.
it.
I'm like, no, that is not how the process works. I've been before.
How would have gotten on the plane?
because
through all those security checks, like
everywhere.
I don't know, everywhere.
Yeah, and then they had the bag too. So if it went through whatever detector you guys had. If you didn't, so basically you just have to be firm and just let them know that you know what you're talking about. Because if we would have just allowed her to check in the bag,
or
it would have been we had to pay.
Most people would not want you to check, so they'll have to pay. Like, It's probably even she wouldn't have even checked. She would have probably suggested,
just give me,
I don't open your bag and things like give me
Mm-hmm.
small thing. Yeah, so that's the thing. So just gotta be mindful. They're gonna test you a lot. Leaving the airport, people are gonna be like, oh, your bag. Like they're just gonna bring us stuff, and then obviously you're gonna have to give them money. So if you're somebody who just don't want to go through, so there are two ways, right? Either you just know these things, you argue with them, let them know what you're doing, or if you're somebody who just don't want to go through that, just carry cash. Because like I said, you will have to pay people all through the way. Little thing, before coming out of the airport, you have to spend some money. Yeah, so that was crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was the experience with arriving. For you guys, that's something to expect. The long lines, going through all of that. Like I said, things are much better now, but with the COVID, still a little more chaos. And just expect to either hustle your way through, let them know, be firm with let them know you know what you're doing. They're not going to do anything to you. After all, they're just going to let you go if you let them know.
People offer their help just to make some money. So I mean, I don't really blame them for that. I get upset when you're trying to make up rules to get money out of us. That's a big problem.
Yeah, if you just say, hey, my Christmas money, but like if you say, oh, your passport has like
a different color,
you know what I'm saying?
And we know, man, so.
So let's talk about what happened when we're coming back. First of all, we need to start with from outside though.
Yeah, no,
this is like a whole thing.
We should really start from days before you leave.
Right, yeah.
So before you leave, always remember this: that you have to take a COVID test.
Right.
72 hours. So 3 days before. So you'll have to. Where did we go? Where was that?
Is it called Sulfate?
Sulfate, yeah. Sulfate. There's a clinic over there. Any driver will know. You go there, you pay again.
What was it?
$75 again, and you get your test, and then they'll text you. They'll text you a certificate to your Liberian phone.
Right.
So make sure you get you a Liberian phone number when you're in Liberia. So they'll text you a certificate, and then you'll take that to the airport, and then you'll show it to the.
I was lucky. Mine was a little different because I did the test and I got it the next day. I got the text the next day.
Yeah, I never received.
Yeah, that was not the same for a lot of people.
But there was a website. I think the same website. Oh, that website.
This website I have.
That website. The other website, you can just go on there. They'll give you
a number.
They'll give you a number.
Yeah,
You'll put that number in, and then.
Don't you have to get the text first though?
No, you don't. You don't need the text. I never received the text. I just went on that.
But where did you get the number from to put in there?
They'll give you the number when you take your COVID test.
Oh, when you take the actual test. Okay. So when you actually take the test, they give you a number that even without the text message to alert you that your results are in, you can just go to the site and then put in the information.
Because most of the time, some people receive the text message, some people don't. Just know that you can just go on the website. I actually called the phone number on there, and the lady told me I can go on the website.
But this is for the certificate, though. This is not for the test results.
No, they give you the certificate. Is the okay? So that will tell you.
Different.
No, that would tell you. Look, listen. You get the certificate on there, but you can also get your results. So there's one part you get your results, then you have to put some more information, and it'll give you your certificate. Remember, I didn't do the second part for the certificate, and the guy went back and logged in again, and because when they give you the result, there'll be another
portion
on there that you can put in, then they'll give you the certificate. It's just a long process, but.
Okay, so it's that same site, Liberia.
Everything's on that site. I know we didn't have to go to no other.
Okay, LiberiaCovidTravel.org. So now, let's talk about the whole. There was an elaborate scheme.
Yes.
That happened at the airport.
For us to.
For us too.
Yeah. And from the time we stepped out of the car, they started.
So we stepped out of the car. Right away, started watching us. That's a good point. They started watching us, and then when we walked in, we were very early.
2 hours.
What did they say? They said,
"Oh, your flight's gonna take off, and we closed down everything.
Computer shut down.
The computer shut down. There's nothing we can do.
We're done checking people.
We're done checking people in. So I'm looking like our flight leaves 2 hours from now, and there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
So then the other guy came running up to me. Like, hey,
it's like everybody have their part to play.
Yeah, like another guy comes from behind the desk, like, hey, you know what? Just give me this.
Pull you aside.
I will make sure you get in.
You're trying to pull some strings for you, make the impossible happen.
Pull some strings for you to send the third.
And then she said she wanted $100 from each of us.
Yeah,
$100 US. We're speaking US dollars.
That's what the lady said at the baggage place. The guy, how much did we give the guys?
I think we gave him like
20.
I gave him $60.
Oh, you gave him 60. Okay, I didn't give him.
Yeah, you already knew what was going on. I didn't know
because I'm not giving these people money. But anyways, and they all worked in together. They're all together. It's a big. I spoke to another guy upstairs. He said he's a supervisor. I took his number. Right. I was supposed to call him. He seems like
a
nice guy.
Right, because he was like, well, let's go there.
Yeah,
so he seemed
but
like
I was afraid to go back down because I think the lady would have been upset and try to keep me down. But what she said was our bag was she charged us $100 each because our bag was over.
I knew it was for something else,
but it was not. So that's what she told him because that's her supervisor, but it wasn't. So you just have to be careful.
Yeah, and you just have to know, like when these things start to come up, to just put your foot down. Like no. Just no, and you have to let them know, because once they see you right away that you are not pushing back, that's it. Everybody's gonna get money from you. Yeah. And I walked out with no cash. I had no cash.
Yeah,
I gave my cash, all the cash. He had cash, but he said he didn't have no cash.
I told him I didn't have no money.
And they're gonna stop you. First of all, what they're doing is not right, so they're not gonna really stop you. It's just fear, and I was freaking out. Yeah. We were like, "Oh man, everything is shut down. Computer shut down. Sorry."
Yeah. No. So you just have to be careful with that. Just put your foot down. I mean, I'm not saying if they're right, it is a policy.
Right.
Follow it. But if you know that's not, what they're doing is not right. Make sure you put your foot down and just tell them you're not giving them any money. Just tell them I don't have money.
You don't have money. Just say I don't have money. There's nothing they can do.
And then when we finally got through that, the guy that was outside at first that took the bags from us to help us, he came and he wanted some money.
Yeah.
And I looked at the guy like, okay. And not even that. And then the lady that when we, how you put the bags through the security check, she wanted some money. So I just explained to her, we just give the other lady money, all of our money.
You guys are in the same group.
So you guys are in the same group. Go over there and ask them for a cut.
Yeah, go ask for your cut.
Go ask for your cut. And then we just got, we left out of there.
Go ask for a small thing. Oh, that's my glass.
Exactly. This is a clear glass.
No, hold up.
No, I'm telling you, it's not prescription. Look.
Wait, let me see.
It's not. It's clear.
But that doesn't have nothing to do with reflection, though.
I think it's where I am.
Yeah, this is where you are. You got the hot spot. That's what I'm saying, Jeff.
But is it reflecting?
Yours is not. I'm not seeing reflection in yours. Not as much.
That's fine.
Yeah.